Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, it's Weeb. We're back on Epic 7, today is Wednesday and we just had the patch preview made a few hours ago, and so we're gonna talk about it while having a little guild wars video on the back for background. First thing when you enter the game is that you'll have a box in your mail and here is the password for it, sure to get those leaf and gold. Now let's get into what's really new for the next 2 weeks. And so let's start with the new specialty challenge, Summer Alexa.
The Order of the Sword. Never back down!
And here she is. She's an SC, it's been confirmed now. It's not a 5-star limited summer unit or anything. But now let's talk about her kit. What changed when you see her is that S3 now gives an attack buff for 3 turns on herself. And then she got a Battle of Ruin increasing her stats on the skill effects. And in my opinion it just confirms that Snygate wants us to use Alexa for Wyvern and to start making our cigarette into more PvP build. Because with Alexa it seems like we can easily make even a Watchland team, in my opinion. Like with 3-turn attack buff, if she do it on the first wave, she will still have a 2-turn attack buff when the Wyvern turns come. And with 2-turn attack buff she can do a skill 2 into skill 1 and maybe proc a skill 1 yet again. And you see by her rune that she got a bunch of increase in especially to skill 2 into skill 1 with 50 in total combat readiness perk. But yeah, I won't talk too much about SC Alexa, as there is another unit in this presentation that's probably more important. And it is obviously ML Vivian, who's been teased about like 3 to 4 months ago, and we finally getting her skills on preview.
You shouldn't have come here. Now it's too late to escape.
And here she is, after many months, we're finally getting in 2 weeks ML Vivian together with Assassin Cartuglia in her Mystic Banner, after the one we currently have. And let's talk about her kits quickly. Sylvan Vivian, she's Cancer Male, same start as Milim for example. If you wanna try and already prepare gear, you can try on Milim or stuff like that to see the stats. But kinda low speed, very low HP, somewhat high defense and pretty big attack. And she has crit rates already 25%, and she has crit rate imprint really big. She can already be at really high crit rate, so less advancement if you have already some Vivian saved up. And for her skill, she seems like some kind of weird combination between a Dark Corvus and a T-Surid or Moonlight Celine if you want to. Basically she takes less damage if the expected damage are supposed to be higher than 25%. So you can really easily avoid getting one shot by big AoE or even single target from dark units. The example in the video of her showcase was Riolet, and she didn't take much because she reduced by 50% the damage received. R3 kinda works like Last Rider Claw or Luluka, is that she stacks it every time and she does more damage the more she does it. And because she gives crit damage buff to everyone, which is the first unit that can do that. We already have units that can give crit damage, but not to all the allies, and without condition as well. And with her S2 she can also decrease the cooldown of skill 3 every time she consumes a focus. She starts with 3 at the beginning of the battle, gets 1 every time she gets a turn, and she consumes 1 every time her passive procs, so whenever an opponent does a damage, an attack with a damage higher than 25% of her HP. And then for last, skill 1 just gives a little speed buff for 1 turn, and she can also soul burn for 10 soul and do the AoE that's equivalent to Vivian, Green Vivian skill 2. So she can do an AoE to get out of stealth unit like Landy or stuff like that. In conclusion, I think Vivian will be a great sub DPS. You can really easily build her somewhat fast with big damage and still have somewhat HP and defense. Especially defense, she has a really high defense pool, so you can get it pretty high. But you do not want too much actually, know that the thing about that, because if you have too much defense, the opponent won't be able to do 25 or more damage to you to proc your passive. But yeah, and I think you can already see easy counter for her, like ASU is focus oriented, so already Solitaria and Inertier really present nowadays, so already a great counter to her, and damage stacks after 3 turns, so she's going to have the same problem as last Rider Claw, that she will take too much time to stack up skills, and it won't be, like, the fight should be over before she will be able to get skill 3 to max damage potential. But I feel like you can still use her to set up DPS with the crit damage buff. The last news we had for this patch is that we got 3 new EE, one for Balance Sesame, Fire Balance Sesame. So his E gives him attack, which I guess fits what his purpose is, because he's only used for PvE to do damage, I feel like, so I don't see him that often in PvP, and I feel like you want the third one or the second one on him. I don't really know well Bal, to be honest, but I don't think his skill 1 increase damage is that important for him. And then the second one is another Fire Mage. We got Fire Araminta, which, by the way, 10 speed on Fire Araminta is kinda sick, not gonna lie. Cause she only got 106 base speed, if I remember correctly, so she would get to 116. And she has a strip with a Skitu, if I remember, a strip into an enable and an increased attack buff. And then she saves her push, if I remember correctly. And then she can do LR3, so in my opinion, it helps cycle a ton more. I feel like we want the second one that give 5% extra CR. And for the last one we got Seed with effectiveness, sadly, for us, because I feel like its crit rate or speed would have been really good for him. Speed would have been maybe too broken, but crit rate is okay, I guess. And for him we have, in my opinion, I think the third one is the best for PvP, because when you start the battle you don't have necessarily speed buff on you already, so at least you can get the advantageous element effect already alerted the first turn. And then to finish we got to see which banner we would have for the next 2 weeks. Obviously we will have Summer Isaiah, she is already there, but she is still 1 week for her. I still think that if you're a new player you couldn't pull for her. Or artifact, she's PvP oriented and she only fits in cleave, so even if you don't cleave, you could just skip her, in my opinion. She's not really a must. She's a must if you cleave, in my opinion, that's it. And then the second unit we gonna get for tomorrow then is Tenebria with the artifacts, the Fire Mage. We are getting a lot of fire, spoiler alert. In my opinion, all the banners that's coming right now are just bait banner. You shouldn't pull for them. You should wait because there's new summer units that will come around August, or well, we don't know, but maybe 2 weeks or so. Around the end of July or beginning of August we should get a new one, maybe. It's usually the date we will get one. And then for next week we're getting Balance Sesame to fit with the EE. In my opinion it's a great PvE unit, but you don't, even in PvE you don't get to use him that much. And he's a 5-star, so he costs more and a lot of catalyst. Which, like, for a unit that scale on debuff, you could use Alexa or other stuff, because really it's really annoying to use him. And then you got with that, which is, in my opinion, the only one you could pull for if you were well, because as I said there is a new limited coming, so you should really recommend keeping for the new limited coming this summer. But I think that is still a nice imprint for normal Vidal and even a bit of Vidal. And this Sword of Twilight Judgment is really good artifact for Thief. But yeah, overall we didn't have a lot of new content, we just have new heroes, Specialty Changi and new Moonlights. Honestly, great. We're not going to get a lot of things this 2 weeks because as I said, the Moonlight Vivian is in 2 weeks, so we're not getting it for a while. We're only going to get SC Alexa on the 3 new EE, so not a lot of content coming. But yeah. But overall it means now that with SC Alexa you can now make perfectly the perfect team of Wyvern with only 3 star and probably really reliable, not gonna lie, with maybe Mui, Turner Guad, SC Alexa and SC Momo. I feel like this team will be able to pretty easily get you to Wyvern 13, even if you're a new player and don't have that much gear. And it doesn't cost Mola, so you can keep your Mola for investing later on into your Moonlight 5 star or from the Moonlight Blessing or even normal Not 5 for PvP. And then we Vivian, I feel like I won't pull for her. I'll probably wait for Moonlight Pavel. That was teased also a long time ago with Moonlight Vivian in the Rise. Was it Rise update? Or was it called something like, I don't know, but it was the video we got for the annual updates. So we know ML Pavel is coming and it should probably come after ML Vivian. Well, after ML Vivian is going to be a rerun like usual, but after the rerun, you get what I mean. So probably around September then, or end of August. So we are probably safe for ML Pavel instead, because ML Vivian doesn't seem like a must build in my opinion. Or must pull. If you're not a whale, obviously. Whale can just get every unit they want. And then for the E, it makes me feel that I might want to get Araminta, or at least to level her up, because I feel like could be decent with this 10 speed extra. Because 116 isn't that high, okay, but she has potential to S2 into AS3 if she lands enough unhealable, because she gets 25 per unhealable she lands, and with her E she will now do 13. So 30, which, well, she won't get an instant turn, because you must always assume that you are going to get 15%, and you can also get, in Guild Wars, like, it will be just impossible to get, you can at most get 90 if you land on everyone, which isn't guaranteed, as I said, 15% is still a thing. But yeah, on well, Seed will get easy, I'll get easy for my Seed, no problem, we'll just overall make him better, but yeah. Anyway guys, I've talked about pretty much everything about this patch, I feel. So anyway, I hope you guys liked the video. Consider subscribing or leave a like if you want more content, and see you guys later. Bye!
Girl, I'm sold. We never took a night off, saw me cold.